Okay, now, ugh, ugh. Whew. It's been a bit of a morning for me. I'm very tired. Uh, my God. So yeah, last night I went to go see. Oh, sorry, Thursday night. They're starting to do those early premiere screenings earlier and earlier now, which is nice if I had a chance to go see it. But apparently I had work that day, so after I was supposed to get off at 10, I got off at 11:30. You see the discrepancy there. So, but I still went and saw Spider-Man: No Way Home, and God, that was just awesome. It was just okay. Let me tell you the fundamentally why it was awesome. Okay, it had the nostalgia effect. Okay, yes, 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 and yes. But why does it not suck? Well, for one thing, it was more than a cameo appearance. Let me briefly describe to you why El Camino kind of more sucked than it was supposed to. Because El Camino, which is the sequel movie to Breaking Bad, kind of the follow up to what happened to Jesse Pinkman after he left. Ana Fatida or whatever. Whatever the title of that episode is. When he left, the guy's like, well, what happened to him? I'm assuming he went to, Alaska, like he said, with what money, but whatever. I still have no idea what the hell happened to his cut after, when he went to his brother, the brother-in-law, the DEA agent. I'm pretty sure he still had his money. I don't think he just gave it to him as evidence, but whatever. So, going out, he comes across various characters from the series, but they only come in for about a scene, if that, and then leave. So we get the junkyard guy. We get the best friends who only come in about maybe twice in the film, one deleted scene, and that's it. Um, the vacuum guy twice, you know. So, and the parents once, So all these characters are only name dropped, hi, bye, hi, bye. They don't really do anything to serve the plot. Not really. They're there to do very, very little. They're just there to say, hey, remember that guy? And it's more like a cameo appearance than really anything else. So that's why El Camino sucks until at the end we do have, spoiler alert, Walter White come in, and he has this whole like 10-minute scene with Jesse, even though it has to be a backflash because at this point in the story Walter White is dead. So, and he's been having flashbacks throughout this whole thing. One of them is the retro flashback, you can tell because his neck is thicker. Jesse has gained weight since the films because it's been like 5 years or whatever. So, um, 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 so yeah, you can kind of see that. But anyway, Walter White comes in and actually serves a purpose because they're there saying, okay, we just got out of 3 days out before going to the airport at the end to drop Walter White off for his wife to pick him up. So that scene actually means something because he says he's accomplished something. This is him interacting with Walter White uh, at peace that we never got to see. I don't know if it was a deleted scene or a scene that was cut out of the script. I don't know. But it was nice to see it. I don't think it was a retroed scene like the first scene. I don't think. I could find out. But either way, it was a good scene because it actually served a bit more of a purpose. It showed that what their plans were. This is before they met Gus, you know. So this was them before they got into the big leagues. This is from their small time thing into their big time thing, you know. And it was nice to see that when they were still best friends, there was no animosity between them that they had to overcome to work together, you know. They wanted to work together before they had to work together, you know. So that scene did mean a lot. Well, more than anything else in anything else in the movie. And then that's the thing, comparing El Camino to No Way Home, characters come in and they don't just come in and say, "Hey," and then leave, barely doing anything. They actually come in and stay in the film for a purpose. The bad guys come in. Not that really bad guys are really all that much to really do anything until much later for the closure when they're defeated or cured. Then it's like, yeah, cool. That actually does serve a purpose. You do get to save the day. Because he says, yeah, we could have just sent them back after they arrived. Doctor Strange says, yeah, after I push this big red button on this magical device, it'll send them back, and then they'll die. Because like a couple of them actually do die. He says, oh yeah, I was. He says you're dead. Uh, the other, yeah, so various different endings for various different characters, but yeah, this is like going back to live and and villainize another day. So yeah, Peter's saying, okay, well, what if I just cure you then? You know, so Peter has a fight with Doctor Strange, tries to do the right thing, you know, and so a lot happens. Okay, so at the end we realize, dude, 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 I know, dude. Okay, so the word is out. Everyone knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Oh dear. So then, a little bit too much of life happens, where it's like, okay, the first appearance is by Matt Murdock. I love that. That was just like, finally, they're acknowledging the Netflix MCU uh, Defenders, which I think is rather nice. The Matt Murdock shows up for a cameo appearance. Okay, fine. I know you can't do too much with that because that's opening up another can of worms. But yeah, sure. Having him show up is nice. Okay, cool. Good, good. It's a good start. Then having him get into MIT like he's still gonna try and have a normal life. I'm like, this isn't like the civil rights back in the 40s or whatever, or whatever. When he says, well, these students have a right to attend this college, so they have to have the freaking army show up against the National Guard, and that was that whole thing for 6 months they had going on there. It's like, it's not gonna be that, Him trying to have a normal life does not compute. He doesn't have a life anymore. Like you notice any celebrity, no, that's not gonna work. But he still tries anyway, and we're gonna get in with our friends, and and pretend this is all just gonna blow over. And it's like, it's been a year, kid. It's not blowing over. But none of them got in because it says, yeah, you three are problematic. Him specifically, and you proxies because you're friends with him. And it's like, right. But what if we just magic it away? Really? It took you a year to magic it away? Okay, fine. So then he goes to Doctor Strange. It's like, he didn't go to Strange to begin with. Okay, fine, whatever, whatever, whatever. We'll go with that. So, yeah, it seems kind of stupid that he's going to try and have a normal life, and it took him a year to do to get the plot going. So he does do the Strange thing, and he kind of says, no, but except for this people, and it's like, child, know when to shut the fuck up. Like, he still hasn't learned that concept of knowing when to shut the fuck up. Oh, God. So anyway, he fucks up the spell, and Strange tries to conceal it, and he says, well, you did try to appeal, right? He says, wait, I could do that? He says, so Strange gets mad at him. He says, go appeal first, you idiot. Uh, so, yeah, so he gets thrown out, and he says, we could do the appeal. He goes to try to do the appeal, and then that's when Multiverse Shenanigans ensues, where, Doc Ock shows up, and then he, and then Green Goblin shows up, and all this stuff just starts happening, and it's like, okay, we got to do this, we got to capture them, and then we're going to send them back. And it says, but no, if we do send them back, some of them will die. Why can't we just cure them? Fix their problems. Clearly, if these people are deranged due to circumstance, we could fix this. This is sciencely induced, so we can unscience it, right? Fine. So after fighting with Strange, he takes him to the Back to Happy's place. That's where they're holding up for a year. Uh, and tries to cure them. Gets a few cures for them going before they're betrayed by dun 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 Green Goblin. Because of course, it's like, no, I'll put him in handcuffs or cure him first or anything. So they're just letting that happen, and all the villains break out. Aunt May dies after parting the words that Uncle Ben imparted on the other franchises. Again, it's like, wait, you're still coming down the stairwell now. You were only on the 5th floor or something like that. I don't care how many floors up you were. She should have had enough time to get out of the building. That's all I have to say about that. So then she dies. It's like, okay, fine. She's the sacrificial character in the show in the series. Fine, whatever. Okay, moving on. As heartfelt as that was, moving on. Um, the friend stole. He has Strange's ring, and he kind of moves his hand a little bit because I wish we could know where Peter was here, and you see a little spark off in the distance. He's like, wait, what? Try it again. I wish Peter was here. And it spins a little more. It's like, okay, good again. Bigger, bigger. I wish Peter was here. And it opens up a portal. And he's like, dude, I am magic. And so, and you see Spider-Man off in the distance down an alleyway. It's like, Peter, over here. So he comes, runs over, jumps through. Like, wait a minute. That's not. It is. It's Tom Holland. Sorry, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man. It's like, dude, who are you? He goes, I'm Peter Parker. No, you're not Peter. And he says he's another Peter Parker. It's like, okay, cool. All right, so we need to get our Peter. Okay, so again, wish to get another Peter. Our Peter or whatever. He says Peter, and the portal opens up behind him. He's like, and then who happens to walk through? Tobey Maguire. And it's like, yes, good, yes, all right. And so, and they start to compare notes, compare backstories, and all that. And that was really good. It's really well done because it's done respectful. It's not just, hi, I'm here. Let's just totally start and totally gel. It's like, no, let's actually have decent, full-on discussions. Like this is realistic. If you met an alternate version of yourself that's clearly not a mirror copy of you, but it shares a lot of elements of your life, like at least a good 60% of your life is, shared with these guys, then yeah, it's going to feel like a brothership, what they says. Like, yeah, this feels more like a brothership than anything else. And so, yeah, going through all that, actually, they do it respectfully. Nothing is goofy or stupid like in the Thor the Dark World. All that was, no, was it Dark World or was it, no, Ragnarok. Ragnarok is the one that sucked ass. Yeah, Ragnarok. Definitely Ragnarok. I wanted to punch that rock guy in the face so hard because it's like, I don't like you. You suck. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so they have the final throwdown on the Statue of Liberty. You things are resolved, so we have the resolutions. Resolutions upon resolutions upon resolutions, which are good, and they're well earned, and they're honest. So, yeah, it's I like how Tom McGuire is kind of more the adult-ish. He's like the mid-20s to late 20-year-old, not necessarily a 30-year-old. I think he's still a late 20-year-old. Like he's like the more like older brother type character because he's done so much. He's had the 3 movies. Andrew Garfield has only had the 2 films. 2 films, yeah, 2 films. And this guy's only had like his. Well, he hasn't had his own solo movie yet, so he's kind of been building up from being Spider Boy to up until now. Granted, we all seen the origin before, but it wasn't exactly anything new. It's just that he bit him, he became Spider-Man, and he's kind of been Spider-Man ever since. But he hadn't had his own film. He was introduced in Civil War, and it's kind of been a side character in a couple of movies since then. this is really more of his central story of him finally becoming Spider-Man, because he has to go through all that origin and pain and loss in order to become the hero that we all know and love, which is what this movie's supposed to be. It's supposed to teach him those lessons and have him go through that development. He can't be that goofy kid anymore. You kind of need to grow up, kid, and know when to shut the fuck up. It's still a lesson he still needs to learn. Anyway, so the ending is all above board. It's nice, other than a few jokes. It kind of are scenes that go on too long. Yes, it's fine. It's nice. Having MJ say, "Can you say please?" when he says, "Can you go out there and Scooby Doo this?" This situation for us. He goes, "Can you say please?" And he's like, "Can you please Scooby Doo this shit?" And then walks off. And I like that. Not what she did, but what he did. He still kind of, because it reminds me of that scene from Pulp Fiction where Julius says, "Can you say please if you want us to clean out the blood and brain matter of this guy in the backseat of this car? Could you say please?" It's like, I did that once in life. I did. I actually did that with my stepdad, who wants me to step out into cougar country out in Wine Valley, and there's no light out there. We don't have a porch light. It's around the corner, to throw away the trash. And I'm there. I'm like, "Can you say please?" It's like, he didn't like that at all. But I kind of felt like, if you're gonna ask someone to threaten their, put their lives in danger, as remote as it is, could you at least say please? Contrast, what he did is he had to throw away a mouse, not a bag of trash, a little mouse in a plastic bag. All he did was open the sliding door, put it in a pot that we had on the side with some dead plant in it. He put that in there, then closed it. He barely even went outside. Like, he just put his upper body outside. That was it. That's all he did. Instead of putting it in the trash can around the corner. So you could see the hypocrisy of it all. Yeah. Telling me to do something he himself just could not do. It's like, pfft. But anyway, yeah. Is Spider-Man No Way Home awesome? Yes. Does it earn its fandom? Yes. Does it do decent callbacks? Yes. It does them well. Does it introduce and have characters that actually form a purpose other than there to do a stupid gag like in Ragnarok? Yes. Do the jokes land? Not all of them. Okay, not all of them per se. Some things do get a little awkward because they're still teenagers, so the humor is a little meh in some spots. But yes, the jokes are good. The cameos are good. The references are good. The fights are good. It really feel that nice to see these characters after all these times and give them a bit more of a resolution and a little bit more of a touching up on things. Resolve a few issues that were left out. It's like, okay, well, we can't really, resolve that too much. Actually, it was nice. It was not actually, no, it wasn't nice. It was fantastic. It was amazing. It was spectacular. All right, I always wanted to say that. All right, so if you liked it, if you saw it, comment down below, like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you at the movies. Bye.